Hello, it's probably with another video on how to create a GraphQL server from scratch. This video is aimed at total beginners, people who are new to this and want to actually create their own GraphQL server. Now, if you don't know what GraphQL is, GraphQL is a query language for API. Okay, so formerly we used to have REST, whereby we make requests to a REST API, but there were some downsides of it. Okay, and GraphQL addresses those downsides. It makes it more efficient. So GraphQL is a query language for API, like I mentioned, and it enables you to ask what you need and get exactly that. And you can get so many resources in a single request. Okay, unlike a REST API whereby you have to make many requests to get the resources that you need. In GraphQL, you make one request typically to a single endpoint and then get all the requesting. Now I know you are not familiar with most of these things I'm talking about, so don't worry. In the description below, there's a link. There's a list of links to more resources that will enable you to get more understanding of what we are doing here. Okay, so to quickly get started, the simplest way of creating a GraphQL server is to use Express, a popular web framework for Node.js. And to do this, you're going to install two dependencies. Okay, so before you can go ahead and install these dependencies, let me first of all open my terminal, and then in my terminal, I'm gonna cd into. I'm gonna make a new directory over here, and I'm gonna call it my server. Right, my server. And then in this my server directory, I'm gonna initialize a new Node.js project by typing in npm init. Okay, so this is gonna create a fresh Node.js project for me, and it's gonna do that by asking me some questions. What's the name I want to give this package? I think my server is good. I can leave my server that way. Version 00, description, a simple GraphQL server. I believe. Yep. Entry point into the JS test command. I'll leave that. Get repository. I'll leave my get repository over here. Okay. So keywords, I'll just keep that one. Author is gonna be me, and lens is I'll leave that. Okay. So I like everything, and I'm gonna I'm gonna open this directory in Visual Studio Code by typing code period, and that's going to launch up Visual Studio Code for me. So in my Visual Studio Code, I'm going to go to the terminal over here, and first of all, let's check our package.json. You can see this is just a blank, let's say a fresh project with nothing, just a description there, the answers I provided to the queries or the questions when I was creating this project. Okay, that is what has been placed over here. So let's go ahead and then install our dependencies that we copied from the GraphQL docs. Okay, and I'm gonna copy this from here and then paste it into my VS Code terminal here, and then install my GraphQL and then Express. Okay, now that's done, and you can see that some few things have been added. You've added Express GraphQL, and then GraphQL. Basically, those are the things we expected to install when we executed this command. We installed Express GraphQL, and then GraphQL, and that is what is over here. So now that you have that installed, the next thing you are supposed to do is you can run a Hello World API server. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna copy the whole thing here, and then I'm gonna paste it in our index.js. So copy this whole thing and then paste it in our index.js, and since we don't have that file, let me just create it over here. index.js and then paste it here. Now since we have completed that, we can just run our server with node server.js, and that will be all for our server. So let's run this command. Node, but ours was called index.js, so this will start up a local instance of our server. You can see it's running. We run a GraphQL API server at localhost 4000 GraphQL. So opening this in our browser, and we have our GraphQL endpoint ready to serve us with our query. So let's go ahead and then see the docs over here. And a GraphQL schema provides a rule type for each kind of operation. So you can make a query like hello and then get a string. So let's say hello, and then hello, I believe takes, so hello like this, and then we get hello world, right? So this is basically how GraphQL works. Now I know